Hey everyone, this is Nate Powers with Time Capsule Travel. Are you someone who's been talking about planning a trip for 3 years and for some reason it just never gets done? Today I want to talk about what I do and how I can help you solve that problem. I'm Nate Powers, founder of Time Capsule Travel, and I work with couples and families who have been putting these trips off for years. They've been waiting way too long. I'm going to go over why that keeps happening, and I'm also going to talk about how can we break that cycle and actually get that trip on the books. So if you have a couple minutes to hang out with me today, I'd love to discuss how we can really break that cycle and get the vacation that you've been thinking about doing on the books. All right, so there are really 5 reasons as to why so many people put off their vacations. And I want to go over each one of those reasons. And I want to talk about um, what that looks like, as well as how we can help solve or get rid of the clutter, get rid of the confusion to really get to the nitty gritty on what you are looking to do. The first real reason why someone hasn't been planning their trip is money. It's the money fear. They're afraid that the vacation is going to be too expensive. They're kind of working around a single number, and they're too scared to commit to that trip. And I don't blame them. Think about it. When we talk about our finances, ultimately vacations and trips, they're probably the third biggest expense that you have behind a house and behind a car. So it is important that we make the right choice. And that's one thing that we need to be able to do is we need to understand um, what is the thing that we're looking to do and how can we fit that around a reasonable budget that doesn't break the bank, but also gives you and checks the box off what you're looking to do. A lot of people are basing it on emotion and not financial. So that's one thing that you want to make sure that you are focusing on for that one. If that's kind of one of the reasons that you've been putting off your vacation. The second reason is decision overwhelm. You typically go searching for a vacation, and all you see is a million different reasons or a million different options that are out there. You might go, "Oh, I want to do a cruise," and then you realize that there are over 100 different cruise lines, and they go to every single place in the world. And then you're wondering which one's good. What do these cruise options have? Um, are you looking to be more luxurious? Are you looking to be smaller boat? Are you looking to be more fun? Or do you want more experiences on the ship, or do you want better ports? There's a million different things out there. And then when we talk about all inclusives, there are thousands of all inclusives out there. Um, you can go to the Caribbean. There's hundreds of islands there. So the real question is, at some point, people just become so overwhelmed with what they are looking to do. So really, that decision overwhelm is kind of the second reason why people are kind of putting that trip off, and they're not planning the trip that they really, really want to do. The third thing is waiting for the right time. So that third option of waiting for that right time, I understand that everybody's schedule is different. So ultimately, there is no right time. Your kids may be getting older. Your parents may be getting older. Work is getting busier. You only have so much PTO time. Maybe your time off doesn't align a lot of the times with your spouse. So ultimately, that right time, that perfect time doesn't necessarily exist. But one question I'd like to ask you is, especially if your kids are getting older, or your parents are getting older, and you're looking to do a vacation, how much money would you spend to go back in time to be with your kid who's 4 or 5 years old at Disney World, or be with your grandparents on the beach who are a little too old and they might not have the mobility that they used to have. So how much money would you give to do that? And that's one of those things where you don't want that to be a question you ask later on in the future. Again, no, there is no right time. to kind of plan for a vacation. The fourth reason is not knowing where to start. A lot of people go to Google. A lot of people go to ChatGPT. Some people start fishing on Instagram or TikTok or social media somewhere, and they're trying to find the perfect location. And all you end up doing is finding 400 articles about this, that, and the other. You see 1,000 reviews on this resort. You go to TripAdvisor, you go to Booking.com, and all you end up having is just an overload of information. And the real thing is that you just become more confused as to what it is you're actually looking at. So what we want to kind of do is peel back the layers and try to find out to the core, what are you looking for. And that's kind of one of the big things to look at, because a TikTok influencer's vacation at Key West may not be the perfect vacation for you if you want to go to Key West. So kind of think about that it looks great for them because that's what they do. They influence people to try to go to these places. That may not be the case depending on what it is, or the place that they're staying. The fifth reason is kind of related to the fourth reason. It's about research. People spend weeks and weeks and months researching what a city might look like or what the resorts might look like. When at the end of the day, if you were to ask me, you're not going to get any new information after about the first hour. Once you do your research and you are looking at specific places, you're not going to find some revolutionary thing a couple months down the road. So that's one thing to really, really think about. And that's one of those paralysis things that people have when it comes to planning, that they just over research and they don't really, they, all they do is just add more confusion and um, exhaustion in their planning process. So what I want to do is I want to talk about kind of what we can do and how we can kind of set those issues aside and get through the nitty gritty of those issues and be able to solve those things. There are a lot of times where you see, again, these influencers who are like, let's just pack a bag and go. That may work for a 25-year-old who's not married and they just have a backpack and plenty of time and they can just go be spontaneous. But that doesn't work for a family of four. That doesn't work for a multi-generational family. That doesn't work for newlyweds who are looking to put a first anniversary vacation together. Um, Ultimately, those PTO times, you only have so much of it, and you don't want to waste it. And you don't want to be spontaneous, because after that first day of, oh, let's go do all these things, you sit back and go, okay, what next? And then now you're kind of just in a rut of, I don't know exactly what to do. Some vacations, it may work, absolutely. Other vacations, it may not. So that's definitely one thing that you want to make sure that you end up kind of making sure that's something you would want to do or would not want to do. So ultimately, what I would like to talk about is my method of how my um, I work with my clients. There's really 5 steps to it. I like to call it the time capsule method. If you've seen on Instagram, I've kind of went through each one of those. There are 5 steps on keeping vacations practical, doing one step at a time, and really trying to put together what you ultimately want to do. So the first step to my time capsule method is pausing and reflecting. We think about the why. Why are we going on this vacation? Why are we going on this trip? Who is it for? Why are we doing it now? Is it a honeymoon? Is it a multi-generational? Is it a maybe a 16th birthday that grandparents want to take them on? There are many different reasons as to why people want to go on vacations, and you have to figure out, A, is there an ultimate reason why you're doing it? And B, um, what type of vacation is going to fit for you? That's kind of step one. Step two is dreaming first and budgeting second. And I kind of talked about that earlier in the video. I hate, I would hate to have someone create a vacation based around money. Obviously, we all know budget and finances play an ultimate role in that. But as I mentioned earlier, this is your third largest expense typically. And you don't want to waste it. You want to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. Um, it would be like going to a car dealership and just buying the first car because you need a car. You don't want to do that. You want to plan a vacation around the needs and what fits you. You might go to that car dealership and you might go, I would love an SUV. Then you walk out with a four-door sedan. That's not what you wanted. Yes, it's going to get you what you need. You need to go to the grocery store, you need to go to work with it, but it's not what you were looking for. And that's ultimately the one thing that you want to do for step two is what is the ultimate goal? What are you dreaming to do? Is it I want to see a certain place? Is it I want to maybe interact with nature? Is it I want to be in culture? Do I want to sit on a beach with a frozen margarita? What is the ultimate thing you want to do? And then look at the budget and see how we can fit that into your budget. The third thing is of the method is designing the experience. I match, I match the destination or the property or the cruise or the group tour, whatever it is. I match it with whatever fits your needs. So once we've kind of peel back those layers, and we've gotten down to what are we looking to do, this is what I end up doing is I put a couple um, proposals together based on what you're looking for and what's going to fit the needs of everybody who's going to be on this trip. Um, I want it to be where you are ready to go like that. Obviously, the trip's probably not the next day, but I want it to be we've planned this. Okay, let's work on this together. Yes, I'm your travel agent, but I would love to work with you on this is how we're going to design this trip because it's not my vacation, it's yours. And I want you to make sure that you get everything that you're looking out of it. The fourth step is all about simplifying and preparing you. There are hundreds and thousands of different things that you need to know when it comes to planning a vacation, whether it is payment schedule, whether it is booking a cruise. Every single cruise line has a different way of doing it. It's kind of annoying, but it's my job to make sure you know here are the due dates. Here's where you can start booking specialty dining on a cruise. Here's where you can start making those plans, excursions, whatever it may be. Um, some countries have you do an electronic entrance form. You'd love to get that done before you land in the airport of a country where you don't know if the Wi-Fi is going to work. So that's one thing that you definitely want to make sure that when you work with a travel advisor, they're able to simplify and prepare the vacation for you. If anything were to arise, can we help solve that? As well as can we point you in the right direction on who might actually solve it faster than we can? We're able to be there to be your support system and prepare you so that way you're not getting off of a plane in a country you've never been to and have no clue what to do next. That's not what we want to see happen. Step five is supporting the experience. I kind of covered this in the last one. I want to make sure that um, you are supported before, during, and after the vacation. I'm not a 1-800 number. I'm going to be there in your corner if anything were to arise. I want to make sure that you've got the insurance that you may need for your vacation, that you know exactly who to contact, where to go, what to do. And if there is any forms or things that you need, you have them at your fingertips. So those are really your 5 steps. Step one, again, is pause and reflect. Step two is dream first, budget second. Step three is design the experience. Step four is simplify and prepare. And step five is supporting the experience. The last thing I want to talk about to wrap up our video here today is I want to talk to you about a freebie that I've kind of created for you that will cover a lot of the questions or a lot of the steps that we have talked about today. When you work through this freebie, this worksheet, it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes, and by the end, you're going to kind of know what vacation actually fits uh, this moment in your life right now. It's a realistic timelines built in there to make it happen. There's a lot of description on how to use it, um, how to kind of get into contact and talk through what comes next. Ultimately, it's designed for you to kind of break down, ease all of the issues that might be arising for you. And it's going to hopefully get you to be a little bit more clarified on what your vacation is supposed to look like and what you're really, really planning to do. If anything that I mentioned today in this video resonated with you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Um, I put out practical travel advice in couples and families every week, every couple weeks on this channel. You can also go over to my socials on Facebook, Instagram. I do have a Pinterest and LinkedIn. If you'd like to see a lot of the information I have there as well, I'm there multiple times throughout the week. If you've been sitting on a trip idea for months and years, you're not sure where to start, please get that freebie in my description, the Someday Trip Planner. That's your first step. That link is going to be in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video.